Hey everybody, Saint Godric here, and going to be trying something a little bit new. This is going to be a fight breakdown. One of the normal videos you may have seen a bunch of different times where we kind of show first to fives, first to tens, and then do some slow-mo and show some stuff down. But also going to try this time to do something a little different where we have got some drawing tools that we can use to make some points and do a little bit of breakdown as we go. So hopefully this will go well. If you like this content, let me know in the comments below. We'll make some more of it. So this fight here, you have me over here on the right and Toguro over here on the left. This is a first 10 in Sword and Board. This is about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So let's go ahead and jump on in. First thing I notice from myself here, I hate how much I squat. You can kind of just see this going from the first scene here. He throws a shot and I instantly drop, which I come right back up as I throw this shot, but still not a good thing. If you just watch how much I dip here, right there, like 2 or 3, 4 inches, just not worth it at all. Good shot. Toguro blocked it here. Blocked. Both of us get in each other's business here in a comfortable way. I'd say here my stance is a little bit better, a little bit wider. He's more standing straight up. A little bit of bent knees here and would have been a little bit better for Toguro. You can see he's kind of leaning forward a little bit, which isn't ideal. You'd prefer as much as you can for your back to be straight, and then very particular and specific instances where you lean and then come back to it. So overall here, I like my stance a little bit better. Good defense on both sides though. Okay, so let's slow-mo, block. So I spun out there and I probably didn't need to.
Good take. Got him with the money.
Not money. Not money. That was a spin. Money, most of the time money doesn't come on a spin like that, but close. Same hip, same hip. So let me go back here and see, because if I recall, we both throw very similar chops here. Yeah, and we do that a lot if you watch this. I lower my board a little bit too much here. There's not a ton of reason for my board to be that low, but it is what it is. Toguro's got the punch shield, so his is a little bit more maneuverable than what mine is, so no big deal for him. For me, I don't need to be dropping that low, and you'll see it becomes an issue later on as we fight. Yeah, like he got my leg there. Throw it back. Yep, and then that one here, he just goes over my board pretty easily here. I should be keeping my board, let me get my pen here. My board should be flat, where it's not, it's this way. And you'll see this a few times in this fight. There's no need for my board to be this far away from my leg. And I do that a lot to where it just gets to the point where he can just go right up and over my shoulder. Yep. And no, I mean, no hesitation, no issue there. He should get that every single time. So what I need to learn is just make sure that this is more flat. Continue on here.
Give me too much time on that one.
1-1. So nothing there. Oh, I guess I did get an arm there. Leg, double leg. Let me go back. That didn't look like I got much on that arm. Let's watch that again. Let me go back a little bit more. Okay, I guess it was elbow there. Yeah. And then just double leg. There, what I would have done probably is just drop the board. There was no need to go over. If you're gonna do this like reverse Madu thing here with your stick going up, probably just drop the board. It'd be quicker, and then you maybe could have gotten something over here on my hip, potentially. 2-1 Godric. both of us there dipped. If you notice that, let's go back and watch this. Gosh, I hate, like, this is why we watch film, right? Right there. I dropped significantly. Toguro drops a little bit too. He's still actually doing a little bit better here than me because he is vertical where I'm slightly slanted. So it's something for me to work on. Just make sure that I don't bend my knees. This doesn't need to be that much, and that should be more straight. His is going to be a little bit better there. So good stance for him starting this off. Okay, I back out of it, which is good. So at that point, I think I was probably looking for something down here in his hip. It wasn't available. I backed up, and then I come back to standing straight up like I should be. Gets my leg. Block the second one. Here's another instance right here where my board is further away than it needs to be. I just need to make sure that I keep that flat the whole time. He's probably going to go right over my shoulder again. Yeah, okay.
What, 2-2?
Yep. So that one he didn't go over. I blocked that, but he went and got my other leg there. Double leg, good. So interesting here. This one, we're both start fairly strong. I throw a hard chop, take a step in, and I don't. And if you look, even just where Toguro's eyes are looking, he's looking right at me. I don't know if he noticed most of our other fights. Let me back up here. Had been a little bit further range when we start. So like, you can kind of see where we are here. You can see the distance here compared to when we go and we do this fight, this next one.
2-2?
Yep. Yeah. So when we go here, I get a big chop.
What, 2-2?
And in doing that chop, I take a step forward, and I don't think he notices that. Yeah, because right now you can see the distance here is much closer, which for me as the defensive fighter is generally going to be better at this point. I've taken away his advantage of being sword foot forward and having closer range to me. And so here, now that I'm close, you can see his eyes are at me. I don't know if he realizes the distance there. And then I think I get a cheeky shot here. Yeah. Get it? This is one of my favorites. So this, you throw the chop, you go in, and then you take this, your shot, and you are going to throw here, and then let it rest on the board, and then kind of shove down into a stab. So it's like a weird stab, and it's really slow and clunky, and people don't expect it. And he probably shouldn't have taken this one. It looked a little light on my end, but good on him for taking it. We'll back up a little bit so you can kind of see it.
I'm so glad right now. His face looks straight at the camera after that.
That's one of my favorite shots. I love that one. You'll see me try and throw it a few times here. Standing up straight. Okay, dip again. Looks like he's going to try and go down. Yep, he did get leg, but in getting, he got my leg on the first shot.
Straight at the camera after that.
And didn't throw an immediate second. And so in the time that I was dropping, I was able to double leg him here. Toguro could have won this one by right here throwing an immediate shot, whether back on this leg or kind of coming up high, either one. But he gets a really good first shot, gets me to, I don't get my board down in time, and then he throws it up. I get the block, and then go to both legs here, or leg and hip. And this one, I want to look back at this because I remember this one when I was editing it. This one got really close. Let's see if I can. See if this will do it. So it's not gonna let me do it. You can see on one of these frames where that bounces off that shoulder of off of the board up here on my shoulder, and it just doesn't quite get enough. Yeah. And then that was able for me to get that leg and then that hip. Okay, let's see what we got next. Both standing a little tall. Ooh, so that was some good. That was the first real vertical movement that either of us, or horizontal No, it was vertical, right? So Toguro went, instead of just going this direction, which is what we have been doing, he took a step this way, which is really good. Something that neither of us do very well, so that was good. I ducked way too low for no reason, which caused him to get my neck there.
My left hand is shit.
So bad on my part for dipping. There's no reason for me to be down here like this, like no reason at all. So yeah, that's just a bad position. No reason to be there. That one did hit, but it got back of neck there.
My left hand is shit.
2, 5. Let's see what we got next. So Toguro, interesting there, was the one who took the big step in. So now we're closer here, which generally will favor me as the sword foot forward fighter, this is the sword foot back defensive fighter. Toguro, being the sword foot forward, generally wants to fight at edge of range, and we're about the same height, so that's about the same, so that's not too big of a deal there. But by closing the gap like that, that actually benefits me a little bit, good blocks on both. And then he got, double leg here. Oh, nice. So again, this is just another angle of when I am here, my board should never be like this. It should be more vertical like what his is. My board should be probably there. There's no reason for it to be that far out, which is why he's very easily able to just take the step in and get up and over my board there.
It's what, 3-3?
3-5.
5-3.
So he's staying sword foot forward, I'm staying sword foot back. He throws not quite a money, but close enough. Gets my leg. So here, I threw a dumb shot. Should not have thrown it. You see me so I'm open. He's up, so I think that the hip is open, and I throw a shot from here that's essentially money from the ground, which is a terrible shot. But then he told me not to take it here. You can see it, and this is a shot that I throw. You can watch it in slow-mo. I throw it in single, I throw it in board standing up, and I threw it on the ground here, and I should not have. It's just like out and then into hip. Let's see what we got here. So I should have, I think, on this one, looking back on it, he hit my same leg twice before I could drop. I probably should have called dead here in retrospect, because he got leg there, and then he hits the same leg again when I'm dropping, and I wasn't down in time. So he ends up killing me, I think, here either way, but I probably should have taken the death here instead of saying the same leg, because then he gets my back anyway, but that was one where I probably did the wrong call there. Good, my board's a little bit better here. Not quite needed for Toguro to be leaning that far over. You can lean a little bit when someone's legged, but if he would have been something like that, it probably would have been slightly better. He was still fine. He still got my back on that shot, but just in general, don't need to lean that far down. Let's see what we got next. Another big step here from me, and you can see kind of my goal in all of these, which is weird and isn't something I should be doing. I'm sword foot back, going defensive, but I'm the one taking the advancing step in. Not sure why I was doing that in the moment, something I need to work on. I throw a big, flourish opener that does nothing, but to get close, to get safe, to try and throw another shot here. And then still stay in close range here. Toguro doesn't back out, which he could have if he wanted to. He legs me. No, that was hip. That was hip.
That was a good take.
So on this one, let me go back here. So I close with this big flourish, right? I'm in him. And now here's the range. So after this engagement right here, Toguro could back out if he wanted to, but he doesn't, and we both stay close, which again favors the defensive fighter most of the time. And so I take a bigger step in, but then he gets a big wrap on me, which is good. He went and got hip right there, which is hard to do around a dome shield like this. So good on him.
That was a good take.
Let me simul here, which I guess I didn't even notice what I hit on that. I feel like. Watch this again. So he called that again. I don't know if I would have. That seemed like probably a little light on my shot.
That was a good take.
But 6'4".
Okay.
Again, I'm still going defensive here. He's still sword foot forward. I try my goofy stab again. It doesn't work this time. He's able to get the board up enough to where he's able to block the peck shot there. So I got arm, I think, and then arm again, somewhere in there. So that one is just if it doesn't work on the first one, just throw it again. So you can do the stab, shot, just double tap.
How the fuck you got that? Who are you? I'm sorry. Who was that?
I love the banter.
When you be nameless in the first to 10, let me know.
Yeah, so this one was my bad. So I was working on a shot here, a big step off this direction, and then throwing to hip here, and I just botched it. I missed it really bad. I was too slow with it, and so I do this big step, which the step itself was okay. Like right here, my stance is fine. The step is okay. I'm just really slow at this shot, and so my stick at this point should have been further in motion than what it is here, and so he's able to get the block very easily. He sees it. I'm dead even before I spin out of it. And he gets it. That was just a bad shot on my part.
Don't try and spin on me, bro.
I was going
It was a spin out, yeah.
Godric, you can't spin on him. I fight him too much.
And that one was a trying to throw a new shot / a panic going for the hip, and it did not work on for me there. He takes a big step in again. Block. So we got my leg, I got his leg. I'm dead. Yep. So it was good. He does this quite a bit where he will throw legs on me significantly more than what a lot of fighters do. So that was good for, and a lot of tall fighters. Togoro's probably 6'1", something like that. Don't throw legs that often. So it's a good part of his game to be able to get the legs and take the defensive fighter down. And he uses that to his advantage. 6'7" to me right now. Dip again, shouldn't have. Dip again, shouldn't have. Now, I will say I like this one. So what I did here, even though the dip was bad, I throw the dip. Here we go. And because I throw that deep dip, I'm able to take my right foot here and plant it out here, which then opens up an angle for me to spin onto the hip in a way that I was pretty proud of. Right, so here I dip, which isn't good, but in doing so, I throw that, and by throwing that shot, which was up here on his stick, it is a safe spot because now his stick was occupied. So now I can throw my foot out, and in doing so, that moves his whole body around that way, which leaves this hip open. So by throwing that, I'm able to open that up and get the spin that I'm looking for. So here you can see how wide my stance is. And the only reason I was able to do this is because my shot up here locked up his stick. And then by doing that, I was able to safely step out, which then rotated him. So, and then from here, it's just a pretty forward spin. And that was the same spin that I threw when I was legged earlier. There was that same out. There was that same.
So what is that? 8'6"?
It was light, but it was good. And the fact that he ripped his own sunglasses off at the end.
That's why I don't throw more spins, is my glasses always fall off. I want to throw more. I dip again, shouldn't have. Good movement on his part. He looked for my hip. It wasn't available. He didn't force it. You can see here, both of us are leaning, which is not good. Again, our hip and our shoulders should be as vertical as we can, except for very specific instances where we are leaning to throw. So that is something that both of us need to put some work in. So again, here's another instance. I step way close, and I think he noticed on this one a little bit more than some of the other ones. Yep, I'm right back there again. Same thing. He's
So what's
good-
that?
good at that.
8-7? 8-6. Okay.
8-7. I was wrong there. Okay, so I do this little try and close the gap flourish here. Try to do a safe opener. Throw up. So that one is it didn't work here, but you throw under like that, and it's fun. It's one of the ones I've been working on. Again, I'm able to. We armed each other. I'm just lazy and don't want to drop my shield. I think we both got
Did
each
you get
other
that, T?
there.
I saw. Okay.
Okay, so we're 8-7 with me.
Then I stepped in, I threw the shot, blocked it,
So got my leg. Got both legs there. Oh no, I got that? How did I get that? Let's watch that again.
Did you get that, T? I saw. Okay.
We strap the board up. Alright, let's see what we got.
then I stepped in, I
So he goes over, it doesn't connect. I throw leg first. I think he gets my leg, and then I got arm. Okay, so I got the shoulder there. Yeah, okay, okay. So now here, 9-7. I tried to spin. That was an old tradition in our belt line, is you can't finish a first to 10 unless it's on a spin. So I tried that there. It did not work. I gave up on that. He kills me here if I recall. Yeah. Leg. So, ooh, okay. Good. Right here. Let's look at this. So Toguro, after he legs me, watch how much he drops right here. Watch how much his height drops. So there's no need for that much of a drop. Like for that, we don't need that at all. So like you can bend your knees a little bit to be able to drop the level if you need to, but your back should be as straight as you can on these things, because when you lean over, if you are fighting someone who's a little bit taller, this shoulder now becomes directly available in a way that it wouldn't if you were standing up straight here. So you can bend your legs if you feel you need to, but don't be doing that. That's something to work on there. Yeah, he got me. I tried to throw that same thing from the
So what,
ground
9-7?
and I need to not. I need to not do
Dang.
that. I step in. He gets my leg like he had the whole time. He's leaning again for another thing, right? No need for the lean when the person is legged like that. I'm doing a better job this time of keeping my board where it needs to be. Okay. Leg. So right there, we're going to talk about this a little bit. So I get his leg here. And in the meantime, so from here and when he drops, he doesn't immediately put that knee on the ground. It takes him a little bit to get there. That's something to work on as well, because until that knee hits the ground, if I hit that leg again, you're dead. So like right here, all of that moment, I'll just let it play. Right, this moment of when I hit the leg, all of that could have, you know, if that leg would have been hit. And then both of us, that could have killed him. Both of us clinch up here. You can see we both scoot forward and grab sticks, which is fine. That's good. A lot of people aren't used to the ground like that. I lean back, expecting him to push a little bit further. Yeah, like right there, which is an okay strategy here. And then I'm trying to get down, which ends up working here, if I recall. It was just I just 3 more shots. That's all that was there. Cool. So that is my breakdown first to 10 of Toguro versus Godric. I didn't say this at the beginning. Toguro is at 7 warriors. Godric is at 6. If you like this type of content, let me know. Send me videos if you've got them. I'm going to do some more breakdowns like this as we go. I had fun with this, so let me know if you did too. I appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.